fire, flood, biohazard, or more, BioStar Restoration Service can quickly restore your home or business as good as new. BioStar is independently owned and operated with 24/7 emergency service and discounts to veterans. Call BioStar at 844-424-6782 or online at restorationbiostar.com. Federal and local leaders from the U.S., led by President Trump, have been sending congratulatory messages to the new Pope Leo XIV since yesterday's announcement that for the first time ever, an American would be leading the Catholic Church. The 69-year-old Chicago-born former Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was elected by the papal conclave during the second day of voting, and he has a tie to Michigan. The new pope attended the former St. Augustine Seminary High School in the West Michigan community of Holland. Saginaw man arrested for alleged possession of child porn. Reports saying that 40-year-old Pete Buford has been out on parole. He was arrested upon state police discovery of digital evidence found on his computer. There's a new interim president at the University of Michigan, and it is Domenico Grasso, who has been serving as chancellor at the U of M's Dearborn campus. He'll be taking over for the departing Santa Ono, who's going to become the president at the University of Florida. If you sport some tattoos and you're looking to add to your collection, the FDA wants you to be aware that tattoo artists and clients should be avoiding the use of two specific ink colors that could cause infections. That includes Sacred Tattoo ink in Raven Black and in Sunny Days. Tigers swept the Rockies in Colorado in a doubleheader yesterday, winning the opener 10-2 and the nightcap 11-1. Great Lakes Loons lost to the Dayton Dragons 3-2. And to cap this one off, Detroit Tigers fans mourning the passing of Chet Lemon, who starred as the regular center fielder for the Tigers' last World Championship team back in 1984. Lemon had died in his sleep yesterday after having battled numerous health issues in recent years, including a series of strokes. Chet Lemon was 70. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. Widespread frost this morning, but the rest of the day features plenty of sunshine and high temperatures up around 62. Light winds out of the north-northwest. They'll shift to the north at 5 to 10 later this morning. We get clear skies tonight, but chilly temps again down around 40 overnight. Sunshine for the most part again tomorrow, a bit warmer. Makes it to around 68, setting up for Mother's Day Sunday, which is to feature abundant sunshine and 70. Right now it's 33 in Flint, and in Saginaw 37.
We've got a new Michigan spot for the Gold Topless Day event. I'll explain coming up next on The Fox.
All right, how about the weekend? Let's get it going here. It's Mother's Day weekend, and we are ready for it here with our simulstream. On a Friday, the 9th of May, we have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Twitch for your usage, and most people tend to favor YouTube, and we've seen that already. We've got Chris in New Mexico joining us. Good morning to Chris. We also have Ohio Kim reporting on YouTube that it's 44, going to 65 today. Not bad, pretty comfortable. Afternoon, Rapsuka, who is now here from Finland, for those who don't know, but most of you who are here already do. Tina is here. Good morning, New Jersey. Also with us this morning on our Friday morning session is Eric. Good morning, Eric, from California. And it's real early in the morning over there. And so far, that means that everybody that we're talking to so far is on YouTube. Anybody who's on Facebook and or Twitch will probably learn about later on. And sometimes we don't until they speak up. Otherwise, they just sit there and watch us, which is fine. Lots to do today, and because of that, the fact that this is Friday, we are going to be doing the Friday morning Primal Scream a little after 8:30 this morning. There is the food fighting to take care of. We've also got Steph's new bit, which has been popular the world over, called Porn Star or Weatherman. And we will also, for the first time, resurrect our old Weigh In on Fridays. We were doing that for years with some success, both for you and for me. We ended up losing 49 pounds over the course of 2.5 years of doing that. It's not quite such an extreme mission this time. We only want to lose, well, who knows, a few pounds, I guess is the way I'll put it. Coming up at around, we're going to do this right after Steph's Porn Star Weatherman. Right after around 7:40 is when we'll actually get on the scale. And we're going to find out if we can be below this figure. Okay? This figure. Which one is... Anyways, 217.8. 217.8 pounds, which is what we will start at least did last Friday when we were doing a practice session on the scale last Friday, trying to get lower than that. If we do, then I get a candy bar as a reward to be able to eat for breakfast. If it's not a weight loss, if it's a weight gain, it ends up being a banana breakfast. And for you, your chance to guess what that scale is going to read this morning, the one who comes the closest, either over or under it, will be our winner this week and be in a drawing for the chance to win a drawing from me of your favorite person, pet, or place. If you will then in exchange for that, make a donation of your discretion to your favorite local animal shelter. Tina, the last 2 Fridays, missed because of surgery. We're happy to have her here every day that we are, but of course today for sure. So that's what we've got going on, and it's a full hour and a half or so that we had a chance to spend with you leading up to Mother's Day on Sunday. The other thing that we have, we have some sources which we consider reliable who tell us that the person who normally bakes the virtual cakes for our birthday celebrations around here has one herself today. So when she joins us, we'll see who's going to help with a cake for her.
3.9 to Fox, and the Eagles there, Harding tonight on the Foxhole Morning Show, 7:05. Johnny and Steph on the Friday Funnies edition of the Foxhole Morning Show. Chance to win coming up here shortly. And several of them this hour, because this is the hour we like to play Steph's favorite game. Stick around for that. Also, don't forget, there are bike nights all over the place, and they're starting to open up now. Mm-hmm. The next big one that I want to remind everybody about is the Davis and Eagle Riders Bike Night, which is open to the public, and it's every other Friday with their kickoff party coming up next Friday. Not tonight, but a week from tonight. On Friday, or May 16th, let me see here. Yeah, that would be a week from today, right? Yeah, that's a week from today. They have a steak dinner for $18. It starts at 6 o'clock. They have live music with Billy Gunther and the Midwest Riders starting at 6 p.m., and they have games and raffles, and our buddy Dan Richards from the Sunday Flashback here on 103.9 The Fox will be there. Nice. Ray C's Harley Davidson and Lapeer is one of the sponsors, along with Time Bomb Tattoo. And our friends at Old Newsboys are the ones that are the series of this event. So, again, get ready for the Davis and Eagle Riders Bike Night. Open to the public every other Friday starting May 16th on M15 between Potter and Richfield Road. Like I said, starts at 6 o'clock with the live music and everything. Billy Gunther going to be there, and the steak dinner is just $18, which sounds like
a crazy cheap price.
Yeah, for
a steak dinner.
Kidding me these days, yeah. I remember when steak dinners were like $4.
Yeah, I know.
It's 7:07 here in the Foxhole right now. The Foxhole Morning Show. Johnny Burke and Steph coming up. All right, so you are just a little over 10 minutes away from the first opportunity of 16 weekday opportunities to get registered to win that $1,000 Thursday. The next one coming up a week from yesterday. Yesterday's winner, Diane Bird of Gaines, is walking around with her grand. Now it's your turn. So get signed up here coming up at 7:20. Then at 7:30, we've got the porn star or weatherman. That's with Steph, of course, and then she directly follows that up with the Fox Flashback. Steph's Fox Flashback will give you a chance to choose your prize. All of that is in the next half hour here on the Fox.
And it's all the service of Michigan Lumber Company. Thinking about a new deck or replacing an existing deck in your backyard? PVC is the way to go, and Michigan Lumber is the go-to source for quality deck products. You can see them all at MichiganLumber.com.
There ain't no place in Michigan that I haven't eaten.
All right, we'll get to the traffic in a second, but we want to give you an opportunity to smile at your smile source today from the 365 Dogs calendar, and I'm going to give you what apparently is a good girl and straight A student by the name of Lexa, who's a mixed breed, who, according to this page, passed her canine good citizen test and is training to become a service dog, lives in Phoenix, Arizona, good neighbor of Hot Jim. This is Lexa. There is Lexa. So smile at and wish a great day to Lexa. Okay, it looks like we have Basit here from a rather controversial situation going on. He comes in with his cricket stick every week and calls himself Tall McCartney. What the hell is going on between you guys in India? All of a sudden, I read this morning that the Indian Premier League is suspended for a week amid military tensions with Pakistan. What is going on with that, Tall? All right, here, ladies and gentlemen, is Linda, a.k.a., well, Shaka, a.k.a. Cat Girl, a.k.a. Thumbs, a.k.a., I believe, Birthday Girl. Who is here? Boys and girls. 709 in Flint, reports Ratsuka. We need a virtual cake baked today. You don't want her to bake her own. We need help on that. Ladies and gentlemen, a big happy birthday to Linda. We will ask that very, very pertinent question. How old does she feel? Okay, I think Sheila's going to help out here. It's a long deal, says Tall. When India separated into two by the British, there was a big blowout about who gets Kashmir, and that's basically the issue. Good over there, though. They're chilling. Okay. Good to see that you're on Team Chill. Like that. Oh, look at this. Linda bakes too. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. She's got to answer that question, Canada Dan. I don't know. Canada Dan, I don't know. So today it's all about a birthday party. Yes. How young is she? Earlier crash has been cleared up. We have nothing going on right now on any of the freeways or the surface streets, happy to say, on this Friday morning commute. But, of course, if something does change, we always invite you to let us know about it by calling 810-230-WRSR. Got a crash, unusual slowdown out there. Call us at 810-230-9777, which is the number to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
Now, Hal, Steph is leaving right after the show for Columbus.
Yes.
Home of the Ohio State University.
Knock it off. To rock out.
Huge rocket fest. So she is not going to be able to be. You might have to go in her place to the Go Topless Day event in Michigan. Actually, it's next weekend, but you never know. Steph's going to get lost in Metallica's never come back. We're worried about it. But next Saturday is the Go Topless Day event in Cadillac. It's an annual charity meetup from 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Saturday, May 17th. People who own Jeeps.
Oh, it's a Jeep thing.
It's a Jeeper thing.
Oh, okay.
Jeepers can come by to enjoy food, drinks, and friendly competition to show off their rides at the new Michigan spot together for the National Go Topless Day event. It's the first time that it's going to be held in Cadillac.
Nice.
There you go. There, you'll have to look up where in Cadillac it is, but I'm pretty sure you won't have any problem
I don't
finding
think
it.
so, yes.
Follow the Jeeps.
You betcha.
Follow all the topless people in the Jeeps. That's the way to do it. It's going to be next weekend already.
I know.
This is something you could do.
I could.
If
I could.
you make it back from Columbus.
Well, that's just the thing. I don't want to commit myself too early. We'll see what next week holds.
All right, stand by. Your chance to get registered to win $1,000 is coming up on 103.9 The Fox.
Shiva up to the rescue. Hey, all right. In fact, we've already gotten the cakes going. Linda had a raspberry lemon birthday cupcake for breakfast. That's the breakfast of champions right there. I'm telling you, the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And if you're going to have a cupcake Raspberry lemon particularly, that's the way to start your day, right? All right. Look at this. She feels 20. Feels 20. Jeez. All right, Robsuka said there's a 120 mega million euro jackpot today. We're back to the seven-figure jackpot here in the United States under the Mega Millions game. We have the Mega Millions going on at 100 million tonight. The Powerball is a little bit less than that right now because the Powerball just had a winner about a week and a half or so ago. Tall McCartney Basit thinks that the Breakfast of Champions is a shawarma. Do you have that for breakfast? I don't think we've ever determined. Is there a particular meal where that's more often served, the shawarma, which he just swears by and probably ought to do a commercial for? I've never had, never even seen, but evidently that's a Breakfast of Champions, he says. Okay, once again, can we scream? We're going to be screaming in about an hour, maybe a little over an hour from now. Friday morning Primal Scream will be here. Pepperidge Farm will do. We are going to be doing this thing here in a little while on the scale, which is behind me, that we used to do on a weekly basis on Fridays. Going to go with a weigh-in, asking for your guesses. I already managed to jot down a couple of them. I saw that Eric had thought 216.5 was going to be a guess. Kim has registered a guess of 216 even. We are trying to get you to come down from 217.8, which is what last Friday's practice weigh-in was. We're going to try, because if I win, if I actually do lose weight, I've got a candy bar. Now, normally it used to be Milky Way that I would use, and that was intended to be the thing this year. But when I was going through the checkout line at the supermarket yesterday to buy my candy bar, I happened to remember that this particular supermarket, for whatever reason, stopped carrying Milky Ways. They've got pretty much every other candy bar under the sun, but they stopped carrying those. I don't know what the hell they got going on with the company, but they don't have them. So I ended up with that. And pretty much, as long as there's no nuts in it, pretty much any chocolate goes. I just happen to like the caramel that is in it, or caramel, in Milky Way. Now, if we gain weight, or, well, it's breakfast of bananas.
Classic Rock, 103.9 The Fox.
Tall says 215.69, 215.69. You're going to go right down to the 100th. Okay, that's cool. Okay, and then of course what happens is whoever is the closest to the guess that shows up on the weight that shows up on the scale will be our winner for this week and qualified for our random drawing, which is going to happen after we've attained 5 winners over the next 5 Fridays. And the winner of that will win a drawing that I'll do for you of your favorite person, pet, or place, and in exchange for you to make a donation to your favorite local animal shelter. And I was thinking of making it kind of a minimum donation thing, but whatever, because they all need as much as they can get, whatever you think is good that you can handle for them, so that they, at the shelter, whichever one you pick, can help buy food or blankets or toys. There's all kinds of things that they need to help them take care of all of the animals. And in fact, over here locally, there's kind of an overrun of animals. They've been trying this Empty the Shelters event they started that a week ago. They still got another week to do. I think it's next Wednesday is when it ends. Tina thinks, 217. All right, we're going to put that one down. Tina going to go for 217. We have written that down. Rapsuka says 215. All right, well, fortunately, you guys are at least optimistic enough to think we're going to lose something. So that's good. Thank you for the support. Because that was the thing, I'm telling you, that was the thing that really kind of did it the first time we were able to do this, where we were able to get the weight down, and it happened because of your constant support and positivity and encouragement. Simple as that. I missed Sheila's. What's Sheila's guess? Sheila, what did you guess? Hot Jim now joining us from what's going to be 103-degree Phoenix. Now, if you put it up just a tad to a 103.9 degrees, that would rock. But it's at 4:15 a.m. Pacific time, 70 in Phoenix. We find. All right. I mentioned to you guys yesterday when we were on over at the Hal Maas Saloon on Instagram that upstairs have moved away. The guy and the girl have moved away because the guy who is in a band is thinking that it's going to be easier for the band to get gigs in Lansing, which is our state capital, and it's a college town. Michigan State University is there. So they moved that. The entire band moved there. He moved along with the rest of his bandmates. Apparently they're sharing an apartment over there. And so his girlfriend, who was also here, still lives in this area, so she's staying here. And she supposedly, Sheila says she did 17 before Tina, but I took Tina, so let's go 217.2. Okay, very good. 217.2 for Sheila. So we'll mark that down this time, make sure we don't miss it. That she had taken Cece, the cat, with her. CC stands for Community Cat. Used to just roam the neighborhood, and I would say aimlessly, but not really. This cat had it all scoped out perfectly. Stopped at one particular house in the neighborhood for breakfast, would go to another house for lunch, and came here for the dinner shift, and then just eat and leave, until they decided to adopt this cat that they thought was a female, named it CC for Community Cat, took it to the vet for its first appointment checkup, and the vet laid it on him that this was a male cat and not a female cat, so they have since changed the name to Caesar. And then supposedly she took the cat home with her, and of course they got 3 dogs at her house, so that's where she's living, supposedly with Cece. But now, I looked out the window earlier, and there's a cat roaming the neighborhood I've never seen before, and it looks from a distance like Cece. From a distance. But of course, there are a lot of cats that are kind of similarly colored. And this was from a distance, so I don't know. But there's a cat roaming the neighborhood that looked suspiciously like Cece. Oh, jeez. I hope they didn't put her out there in the field again. Well, I mean, at least Cece knows where to go. If it was the real Cece, she'll show up on the porch here tonight, I'm sure.
Collective Soul on the road with nothing.
Cece, Chuck, that would be Cece. Seabo is here. Good morning, Seabo.
Def Leppard, Collective Soul, Soaring Eagle, July 18th.
Well, by the way, we're doing something a little different today. In the next 10 minutes or so, normally we would be playing the porn star weatherman with Steph.
Yeah.
We're switching it up a little bit this morning.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. I'm throwing a curveball your way.
Oh.
In honor of last week's Kentucky Derby, we're going to do racehorse or stripper.
Well, I don't think I did the right kind of show prep yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, you know your strippers too.
But I'll give it a whirl.
All right, but right now...
Call now to win. 810-230-WRSR. 810-230-9777. Flint's local contest authority. 103.9 The Fox.
It's the 28th annual...
We got another qualifier for another $1,000. We gave away $1,000 yesterday. What have you missed? What have you missed, Seabo, so far? Well, what we have missed is the fact that today happens to be the birthday of the lady of many names, and usually our provider of the virtual birthday cakes when we have birthdays celebrated here. That's Linda, or Shaka, or Cat Girl, or Thumbs. We could run through all of them. We'll be here from now until 9 o'clock getting through them all, but that's what we usually use. And so Linda's birthday is today, and we're celebrating that. Rachel is here. Royal Rachel just joined us on Facebook. Good morning, Royal Rachel. And we're also recapping the fact that today is the first day of our series of Friday morning weigh-ins that we have resurrected, at least for a short time, trying to get some pounds down here, and at the same time, maybe get you guys a drawing, and at the same time, maybe get an animal shelter some deserving funds. This is the deal. I'm going to get on the scale at about 7:40 this morning, which is like 20 minutes away. Going to get on the scale behind me here, and like we used to do during the old weigh-in days, one who guesses the closest to whatever that scale shows is going to be our winner today and is going to be qualified for the chance to be randomly drawn after 5 winners have been determined. We're going to have somebody get drawn as the grand prize winner of a drawing from me of your favorite person, place, or pet. In fact, I know Sibo's already had something. I've done a drawing for you already in the past years ago, Sibo. I remember that. But anyway, it's going to be either person, pet, or place, whichever you'd like. Won't cost you anything. I'm charging you nothing for it, but what I want you to do for me is to make a donation of whatever amount you can to your favorite local animal shelter if you are the winner of the drawing that we get. And again, the first step in that process is guessing today's weight, being the closest to the weight that actually shows up on the scale when we do that in about 20 minutes. That's the bit. That's going on today, our first Friday of a series of weigh-ins. And last week, 217.8 was our practice weigh-in, so that you have at least some form of basis for your guess. And we've had a number of guesses already come in. Eric said 216.5. Ohio Kim says 216. Tall McCartney said 215.69. Tina went with 217. Rapsuka is at 215. And Shebop, 217.2. Those are the guesses so far they're in. Those are, so now you're all caught up. With the exception of you missed Lexa. This is Lexa. She is our mixed breed who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, right next door to Hot Jim. Let's see who our qualifier is for the contest.
What are you doing this morning? I'm driving to work. All right, well, I'm sorry about that, but we can make your drive a little bit easier. You are caller 9.
You made it! Woohoo! You are now in. Yep, you are registered to win the $1,000 Thursday coming up next Thursday. That'll be our 7th $1,000 Thursday. So you are already in. You can rest for the next several days and just be around next Thursday to collect the $1,000. What city you calling from?
Bancroft.
Carrie from Bancroft, our latest to sign up to win the $1,000 Thursdays during the spring of Kaching on 103.9 The Fox. Good luck, Carrie.
Thank you.
Sibo says 216 even. You got to make a different guess because Ohio Kim has already said 216 is her guess. So you can do something somewhere around that, either over at 100, whatever you want. But 216 even's been taken. So we need another guess from you, Sibo. And by the way, again, we could have done that except for the fact that the same rule applies that we used to use, which is if 2 people guess the same thing, the first one to make that guess is the one whose guess is going to count. The other one doesn't count. So that's why I'm asking you to change your guess, Sibo, to something else, because that 216 is already gone. So you're going to go 216.5. 216.5's already been, that one's also been taken. Eric took that one. So let's try one more time. I'll run through the quick guesses again. 216.5's been taken, 216 even. 215.69's been taken, 217, 215 even, and 217.2. Those are all the guesses so far. Those are all the guesses so far. Everybody, thankfully, has enough, at least, the optimism that we're going to lose weight, because 217.8 is where we're trying to come down from. Okay? So good luck on that, and then after that we'll have breakfast. Okay, now here we go. Now Sibo is going to really get positive and optimistic and go with 214.3. Thank you very much for that. We'll put that one down, Sibo, as 214.3. All right, there we go. We got it. All right. Food talk. Well, we're going to do food fighting after the 8 o'clock news, yes, like we usually do. We'll definitely be doing that. I don't know if any of you guys have been fans of playing video games, but there is a Video Game Hall of Fame, and the latest inductees have been named for the Video Game Hall of Fame. I wonder if any of you have played any of these. Defender, Tamagotchi, possibly Tamagotchi, because I don't know what that game is. GoldenEye 007 and Quake. Those are the inductees to the Video Game Hall of Fame. Defender was a 1981 arcade game, raised the bar on difficulty. Tamagotchi, digital pets that bridge toys and video games. GoldenEye 007, whose four-person mode influenced multiplayer games that followed. And Quake, which debuted in 1996 with a 3D engine that became the new standard for the industry. Those are the ones that got in. The winners emerged from a field of 12 finalists that had also included maybe another game you may have had an opportunity to play or somebody in your family did. Empires, Angry Birds, which, yes, I heard of. Call of Duty 4, heard of that one. Modern Warfare, Frogger, definitely heard of that one. Golden Tee, Harvest Moon, Mattel Football, and NBA 2K. Those were the video games that were nominated for the Hall of Fame but did not get in. The Video Game Hall of Fame. Hi, Charlene, how you doing? I will do that. And I think I know why. Hang on, let's see what's going on here.
The Fox. 2 chances to win coming up. Steph's Fox Flashback and Steed or Stripper next. 103.9 The Fox.
Okay, that's going to be their new... Apparently, we're going to go with Steed or Stripper. That's going to be what Steph plays in the next few minutes. And then after that, we'll get on the scale and we'll see what's going on. Call of Duty, Robsuka says, is easy. Eric's played video games over the years. Still has a Nintendo Super NES and all the PlayStation games. Eric plays Angry Birds on his phone. And Robsuka says Angry Birds is a Finnish game. Did that originate in Finland? Angry Birds? How about that? Okay. You guys are so happy you're inventing stuff that people can do. That's pretty good. Finland, happiest country in the world. And they prove it by being able to pass out all of the joy to everybody else through technology. Isn't that nice? Mother's Day coming up Sunday. Everybody ready for that, hopefully, if you can. Of course, be ready for that because, well, of course, in some cases, moms are still around. Some cases, they're not. We just found out yesterday before we came on the air, or this morning before we came on the air, that Johnny's first wife lost her mom yesterday. Just yesterday, unfortunately. So we will also remember her today. Rovio is the game maker for Angry Birds. Robsuka? Rovio? Okay. So once again, they're going to be doing, in just a couple minutes, after we do the traffic, they're going to be doing their, I guess they call it Steed, what is it, Steed or Stud or whatever the hell he's calling it, with Steph. And then after that, we'll get on the scale and do the weigh-in. But first...
It's classic rock, 103.9 The Fox, and Led Zeppelin there. Immigrant song, 7:32, 28 minutes in front of the top of the hour here on The Fox. A couple of chances to win coming up here. The first one, normally this is we do porn star weatherman at this time, but we had the Kentucky Derby last week, and it dawned on me that a lot of these horse names sound a lot like male or female strippers. Because when you hear some of these horse names and then you hear stripper names, you can't tell the difference.
I know, right?
So we're going to play that instead. Steed or Stripper, and it's the third caller at 810-230-9777 that will get the chance to play against Steph in this.
It'd be a good week for you to win because I am woefully unprepared for this topic switcheroo.
810-230-9777. Then after we play that game, immediately we're going to go right into Steph's Fox Flashback, another chance for you to win your choice of prizes. Today, up for grabs, we've got Quiet Riot tickets for May 25th in Coleman at the Coleman Veterans Memorial fundraiser, their annual fundraiser called United by Sacrifices on May 25th with Quiet Riot. We've got tickets for that. We've got tickets for next weekend's World Expo of Beer in Frankenmuth, and we have some dinner and gesture up for grabs in both of these contests.
How many phone calls have we taken about people that have gone to eat at Jester's with one of our certificates?
And loved it.
they rave about the
Oh,
food.
yeah. I haven't been there in a long time.
I haven't either.
Get over there. 103.9 The Fox. Who's on my phone?
This is Beth.
Beth, guess what? You're the third caller.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Wow. I can get in for this, but I'm a dirty girl, so I think I can win this.
Oh, I might have met my match.
Okay.
Beth, good morning.
All right, dirty girl, you hold the line. Where are you calling from, by the way? Beth? Beth?
Yeah, I'm here.
Beth,
I'm here.
pay attention, Beth. Where are you?
I am. You cut out on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are you calling from?
That's all right. I'm from I can't even talk. I'm from Flint.
All right, she's all excited.
As well,
I
she
am.
Yeah, we're going to give you a chance to play the game and win. Coming up next year on the Fox. Stay right where you are, okay? Hold on now.
The Foxhole Morning Show. Johnny Burke and Steph on the way.
Winners, one after the other, coming up next year on the Fox.
And a service of Michigan Lumber Company. Thinking about a new deck or replacing an existing deck in your backyard? PVC is the way to go, and Michigan Lumber is the go-to source for quality deck products. You can see them all at MichiganLumber.com.
Book your next adventure from Flint, Michigan.
Okay. We do have the Scream in another hour. Rob Suka is right on top of that one, can't wait for it. Rob Suka looks forward to stuff. You notice that? He can anticipate all of the exciting things that are going to happen. When we're going to go to the Hellhole Saloon, he's there with a tent out in front of the front door for days. Now, he can't wait to get to the Scream because there's reason to do it. And in just a couple minutes, we can look forward to doing a couple things here. Steph's contest with our listener, and we'll do the weigh-in after that. So if anybody else who hasn't yet been able to enter a guess would still like to, you have the opportunity to do it right now. Guesses are always accepted right up till the time we get on the scale, which will happen right after the contest that's going to not be Porn Star Weatherman today. It's going to be something different, but along the same lines. We could call our contest over-under, but that sounds too much like legalized gambling, which is kind of what this is, legalized gambling. 33 degrees right now, and the sun is out. So thanks, by the way, for the sun, Shebop. We're going to have a lot of that this weekend. This is going to be terrific. We're getting into a great weather pattern. Yes, it's a frosty day to start with, but after that, we're looking at the 60s today, 70s tomorrow and Sunday, probably 80 on Monday, and then 70s every single day for the next week after that. So the snow is done. Finally over. We don't have to worry about any more snow for a few months. The way the weather pattern is shaken down. And another thing about this new Pope, Pope Leo the 14th, selected yesterday, he has a history here in Michigan. He's originally from Chicago, first American-born Pope ever, but he also spent time in Michigan. He went to high school in Holland, Michigan, which is over on the west side of the state. A seminary school which no longer exists. It closed its doors in 1977.
Or by visiting them online at modernoutdoorfurnaces.com. Looking for a hassle-free experience at RPM Auto Sales?
Yes, it has been perfect for sure.
Everyone, regardless of your credit history, say goodbye to expensive full coverage insurance.
And it's going to stay that way for the next several days. Not only is it going to be decent warm temperatures, but we're not going to be plagued by a heavy winds like we've had for the last several months, or rain at all. In fact, as I'm looking outside right now, I don't see a cloud out there at all to start this, which is part of the reason why it's so cold right now, why the frost is an issue, because there's no cloud cover to insulate things. But then once the sun is way up there, it's going to be way warmer. And by the way, he's from Chicago, but this new Pope is a White Sox fan rather than a Cubs fan. We found out. His brother said.
Australian timber oil is an exterior stain that provides maximum penetration, durability, and water repellency, making it
just waiting to see if they send
outdoor furniture and more.
somebody to get the Pope and bring him to a White Sox game so he can throw out the first pitch out on the mound. Okay, there was rain yesterday in Ohio, reports Ohio Kim. Things appear pretty okay right now. The traffic cams are showing no crashes or unusual slowdowns anywhere other than the normal construction zone stuff on any of the freeways or the surface streets, which is a good news story. But for updated vehicle city traffic information, be sure to check out classicfox.com/traffic. It will be there for you. And if you spot a crash, let us know. 810-230-WRSR is that number. That's 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster on 103.9 The Fox.
First, I want to remind everybody at Flushing Farms, they're doing something for you this weekend. They're all about mom. We're going to actually have them in here in a little while to talk about this. But tomorrow, Flushing Farms is going to be set up at the Flushing Farmers Market at Riverview Park. You can stop by and grab a fresh and beautiful hanging basket of flowers starting at just $22 and put a smile on mom's face this Mother's Day with help from Flushing Farms. And they're going to have their fresh farm-made donuts for sale there, too. And those things are awesome. See you at the Flushing Farmers Market tomorrow, and check out Flushing Farms and get your Mother's Day stuff from them. They're going to be in here, like I said, coming up here in about, half an hour on 103.9 The Fox.
The Fox Whole Morning Show on 103.9 The Fox.
No, it's not time for Steph's Fox
The
Flashback.
wrong feature.
It's time for Steed or Stripper. And let me see, who do we have here on the phone? We've got our contestant today,
Beth Luce of Flint.
Beth Luce. Congratulations, Beth, you made it in.
Yay.
All right, now you think you know your strippers. She said she's a dirty girl. So
Yes, she is.
That's right.
I'm going to give the name of a personality to Steph, and she has to guess Steed or Stripper. You either have to agree with her or disagree with her. Get it right 3 times before she fools you 3 times. That's how you win the prize, and you've got World Expo.
See, Tina quite rightly thinks Michigan people are always nice. We are.
That's right.
We pride ourselves on that.
Here we go. First one up here. Steph, Mr. Frisky.
Mr. Frisky.
Steed or Stripper?
You know, that sounds like a stripper name, but we can't be that obvious. I'm going to say Steed.
She's saying Steed for Mr. Frisky. What do you say to that?
Okay, I didn't hear the name, the music's loud.
Okay, hold on. I'll get that out of your ear. Mr. Frisky. Mr. Frisky.
I'm going to agree with Steph.
You say he is a stripper?
No, he's a Steed.
He's a Steed?
Yes.
He's a Steed?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You're right.
Ha ha!
He was the winner of the 1990 Derby. Mr.
Oh,
Frisky.
all right.
Yeah. All right, next one
Okay,
up.
so where's my ding for getting it right?
You got one. I dinged you. You got what you told me to take the noise out of your ears so you can't hear it now.
Okay, all right, so sorry.
Boy, what a pain in the butt she
Oh,
is
she's
already.
fine.
Within 1 minute.
That's
Listen,
right, I'm not very happy in the morning. So
No, I'm right there with you, Beth.
Oh boy, I got a lot of women like that in my life. All right, next one up. Let me see. Cinnamon Pearl. Cinnamon Pearl.
Cinnamon Pearl.
Yeah, stripper or Steed?
Cinnamon Pearl. I'm going to say stripper.
She says stripper. What do you say to that one?
I'm going to agree with her.
You agree with? You're right again.
Yay, oh, I heard it that time.
Yeah, because
There you go.
I put it back in your ear. Okay.
Beth, you are doing superbly.
You
You
got
are up by 2. This
you.
point could decide it.
You got it right now. This is it.
Okay.
Roxy Silk.
Roxy Silk.
Is that a stripper or a Steed?
Roxy, now, welcome to the stage, Miss Roxy Skill.
Put your hands together for Miss Roxy Silk.
I'm going to say stripper.
She says stripper. What do you say to that?
All right, I'm going to disagree. I think it's a steed or a horse, whatever.
It's a stripper.
I don't like that noise.
It's all right. You're still up here 2-1. All right. You ready?
Okay.
All right. Ready? Here goes. This could be a tiebreaker here too. Well, not tiebreaker. This could be a winner. Is what it could be if you want. Past your bedtime.
Past your bedtime.
Past your bedtime. Steed or stripper?
Well, if you're in a strip club, you're definitely past your bedtime, but they don't want you to know that. They want you to stay until 3 a.m. So I'm going to say Steed. It's definitely a horse name.
Past your stripper is definitely a horse name according to
So
Steph.
past your bedtime, right?
Past your bedtime. What I say past your? I don't even
Past
know
your stripper.
Past your stripper.
Uh,
I got stripper on the brain.
Yeah, you do.
Past your bedtime, she says, is definitely a steed, not a stripper. What do you say to that?
I agree.
That's how you become a winner. That's how you win it all, right here on the 103.
I get to drink some beer and
You
I like this
betcha.
song.
All right, congratulations. You guys know your strippers.
And you have to say it loud and proud, Beth. I know more about strippers than Steph Barber.
Okay, I know more about strippers and Steph Barber.
Nice,
Really, and
good.
probably every other woman in this city. So.
Thank you, darling. Take care, man.
Thanks for being a dirty girl.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
The Foxhole Morning Show on 103.9 The Fox. Steph's Fox Flashback.
All right, his band was all set to perform on Saturday Night Live, then complete a new album when he broke his wrist while skateboarding for the second time in less than a year in March of 1987. Now, the first time he broke his wrist, the band was out on tour with Ozzy in July of 1986. That tour continued with him on vocals, and his guitar tech, John Marshall, took over rhythm guitar duties. Now, the tour with Ozzy continued. The album was released a few months late, but that SNL date was never rescheduled, prompting his management to include a clause to his contract that forbids skateboarding while out on tour.
Good for them.
Yeah. Let's get into it. He is James Hetfield with Metallica, and man, we need some fuel for Friday. Here it is on 103.9 The Fox.
Give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Well, okay, now that they're doing that, it's time for us to do this. Your guesses are in. We are going to the scale. We're going to turn around, go to the scale right now. There it is. All right, all the guesses are in. Let's see what we can come up with as our weight for this week here. Did we lose from 217.8, or are we going to have problems? We need a drum roll here for this. Let's see what happens. Boss Lady going 212 with a last minute guess. Here we go. Okay. False start. Let's try it again. It is 217.8 again. So we are status quo, it says. 217.8. Oops, again. So, we have gained nothing. We have lost nothing. Status quo means a banana for breakfast, and it means that our winner is 217.8. Recapping all of the guesses, it looks like our winner this week is Sheila, because she guessed 217.2. 217.2. So congratulations to Sheila, to Shebop, who is our winner this week, the first of what will be 5 winners being determined. We're going to try to work on losing weight for next week, and then we will again be on the scale next Friday. What does she win? She is now qualified to be one of the 5 finalists who are going to have the opportunity to get a drawing, free drawing from me of her favorite person, pet, or place. Once upon a time, we did a drawing for Shebop. And hopefully, if she is our winner, we'll find out if she's the randomly drawn winner in the next few weeks after we've gotten 5 qualifiers. And whichever one does, we're going to give that drawing to them after we get it done and hope that they will in turn make a donation to their favorite animal shelter. So congratulations to Sheila for the win this week. She is our first of the 5 qualifying winners. And again, we'll do the weigh-in right around the same time every Friday, which is right after the porn star, weatherman, or whatever they decide to vary it to, as far as the contest that they do with Steph before the Fox Flashback. So we kind of sandwich it in there. right around 7:40, 7:45, right around this time. 7:48 right now Eastern time. We're going to be doing some news here in a few minutes, and then after that we're going to be doing our food fighting, and we've got the Friday morning Primal Scream still ahead. And I have a banana for breakfast ahead also, so we'll do that in a little bit. She's talking about, Steph is going on the road this afternoon, right after the show's over. She's going to Columbus, Ohio, where there's a big concert lineup over there, including Alice Cooper, who she says she's never seen before in concert. She's seen some of the other bands that are supposed to be at this thing in Columbus, but never seen Alice Cooper before. So she's going over for that. One of the bands that has just announced the, I guess, like 9th or 10th farewell tour they've ever done is The Who. They're getting ready to go on tour. Now, the Who, well, let's go to Steph first.
That we do every morning. Johnny Burke throwing devil's horns. That was Metallica in honor of their performance tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight? Oh.
You lost your microphone
I
somehow.
don't, yeah, it was on.
That might have been my fault.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it was your fault, I'm sure.
Just gonna blame it on me regardless.
Right. Metallica tonight in Columbus, and then again on Sunday night. Very excited for that show. And I would like to point out, please, that for as long as I've been doing this flashback thing on the air,
Right.
this is the first Metallica song that I have put in for myself. I think that's amazing restraint. What do you think?
Yeah, whatever you say.
Fair enough. Now with the trivia question, the phone number you'll need is 810-230-9777. If there's something that I can play for you, a birthday, an anniversary, maybe a song you haven't heard in a while and would like to hear again, you can send those requests to Steph at ClassicFox.com. We take requests for the Shake and Wake song that we do every morning, and then Steph's Fox Flashback. Again, Steph at ClassicFox.com. The phone number 810-230-9777. Here is the question. What was the name of James Hetfield's first band?
The name of James Hetfield's first band, 810-230-9777, of course, the number to call. First one to get it right gets their choice of prizes.
Yep, we've got World Expo of Beer tickets, $20 certificates for jesters, and pairs of tickets to see Quiet Riot in May at the Colvin Veterans Memorial. Good morning, the Fox. Hey, what was the name of James Hetfield's first band?
Obsession.
It was. Yes, it was. Nicely done. Who's on our phone this morning?
Andy.
Andy. Do you ever think about what those guys think? I mean, can you imagine playing with James Hetfield in high school and then he goes on to a net worth of $350 million and you're doing an oil change job?
I've seen that concert you were talking about.
Oh, did you?
Yes, they rocked.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. They did. Andy, where are you calling from this morning?
Davison.
Davison. All right. Did you hear your choices of prizes?
No, I didn't.
All right. You know what? We'll run those down. You hang on tight. We'll get some info off the air. But we're going to hook you up with something cool. And who's doing that this morning for you?
103.9 The Fox.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, sir, baby. Yeah, I should have known there was a main reason why she was going to this concert, Metallica. As long as Metallica is playing anywhere on the planet, Steph will go to see Metallica play. That's how crazy that is. Almost stalkerish, but that's what it is. She'll go to see them. But now, oh, by the way, Boss Lady is, for those who are on Facebook or Twitch, because you can't see the comments, pretty much everybody's on YouTube this morning except for a couple of isolated occasions here. Boss Lady is wishing a happy Mother's Day to all the moms and to the dads who stepped up to both roles as mom and dad. Let's not forget that, because there are dads out there who have done that. So a happy Mother's Day to all of them. Of course, we're also in the middle, for those who joined us a little bit late, we're in the middle of a birthday party for Linda, a.k.a. Sasha, a.k.a. Cat Girl, a.k.a. Thumbs. I'm not going to run through all the names. There's too many of them. Again, we've already had the virtual cake made, and we're all set here. But there is another band that is going out on tour once again and saying that this will be the farewell tour. It's not the first time they've said it, but they're doing it one more time. And that is The Who. Pete Townshend and Roger Daltrey are The Who. Half of the original band. I don't, okay, maybe it's just me, but it seems to me like it's a little bit, to call that The Who anymore really isn't. It would be the same thing as, like, Paul and Ringo still exist, right? Paul and Ringo are still there. They've been on stage together, playing in a couple of guest gigs at different things. And you put them together, you don't call them the Beatles, right? Paul and Ringo together are not the Beatles. They're Paul and Ringo. Just like this is Pete and Roger, or Roger and Pete, however you want to call it. But it's not really The Who. That's just, I got a little bit of a thing about when they name bands, they're kind of fast and loose with band names now, depending upon who's in them or how many are left. Even the Rolling Stones, there's really only a couple of them left, and really and Ronnie, they call Ronnie Wood one of the original, he's not one of the original Stones, so I never really thought of him as that. It's basically Mick and Keith that are the Stones anymore.
Eric just brought us breakfast this morning. Eric works over at Landau Packaging, old friends of mine over there. Most of the old guard guys have retired, and you're working with the younger crew, all the kids that are working over there at Landau Packaging. Why did you bring us breakfast? Why do you do that?
Oh, why not, man? It's the
What a guy.
right thing to do. Well, you guys let me come out on Veterans Day, and that's important to me as I'm a fellow veteran. So
And thank you very much for that.
I appreciate that, and it's always good to come see you guys and say hi. Listen to you guys every single morning on my way to work.
Eric, thank you very much. Tell everybody over at Landau Packaging we said thank you.
Absolutely. Great stuff over there.
All right, man. Have a great day.
I appreciate you.
All right, we got Journey for you now. 103.9 The Fox.
Okay, a little bit of music before we get to the news. This ended up being our weight, not just last week, but today, 217.8. So that will be what we'll start with next Friday when we do our Friday morning weigh-in again. And whoever comes closest to guessing the weight that shows up on the scale, as Sheila did today, by guessing 217.2, will get in the drawing for the chance to win a free drawing from me of your favorite person, pet, or place. And then in exchange for a donation from you to your favorite local animal shelter. Donation amount, whatever you'd like. But we'll be going from 217.8 as our starting point. Okay. Geez, Johnny, just say thank you. Dale's here. Good morning to Arizona. The Navajo Nation representative is here on this Friday morning, leading us into Mother's Day Sunday. Going to be a nice one around here for sure. Absolutely. The other side of the news, we'll get into our food fighting. And I'm going to look and see later on after we get done here if that mystery cat has shown up again. Because I've not seen that cat I've not seen that cat at all until today. And I talked to you about the fact that Cece, which used to roam the neighborhood looking around for food at certain times of the day, ended up upstairs with a permanent home, it appeared, with the guy and the chick who had that cat, adopted it, took it to the vet, found out it wasn't a female cat like they thought, it was a male cat, renamed it Caesar, but I still call it Cece because it stood for community cat. And then they moved out just now. The last couple days they've officially moved away because he moved to Lansing with his bandmates because they're easier to get gigs in Lansing. It's college town, so they can play a lot more shows there. And she's still in town because she's still got some school stuff she's doing, going for a master's degree, I guess. And she's taking the cat, supposedly. Well, then I see this cat roaming the grounds here earlier this morning before we went on live stream that looked suspiciously from a distance like Cece. I'm thinking, So I'm going to have to investigate that. All right, now, Boss Lady's going to leave because 2 hours and 3 days is not enough. No, I would agree with that, Boss Lady. We could have tried, we could have helped you. We could have tried to make this as boring as possible to kind of help you nod off. Sometimes we do that these days. That's we're walking a line here because the people that are here for all kinds of different time zones, some should be sleeping. I still maintain Eric should be sleeping because it's way early in the morning over there in California. But some need to wake up, and that's what we're here for, to wake you up. But if you need to get put to sleep, we can do that too. News time now, I guess. Let's do news. 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox, brought to you by Fick Landscape Supplies. Spring is here. It's garden season. Fick Landscape Supplies can help. Finest topsoil, compost, and leaf humus around for your garden. 18 varieties of decorative stones, 7 colors of mulch, and they do deliver. 2 locations to serve you. Find out more at ficklandscapesupplies.com and like them on Facebook. Now let's get Fick and busy in the garden. A new pope is in place, and for the first time ever, it is an American. 69-year-old Chicago-born former Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, elected by the papal conclave during the second day of voting, and becomes the 267th pontiff, and he's taking the name Leo the 14th. And he has ties to Michigan, the new pope having attended the former St. Augustine Seminary High School in the West Michigan community of Holland. The case of the former Grand Rapids cop accused of second-degree murder in the fatal 2K22 shooting of a black motorist ends with a hung jury. The judge is declaring a mistrial in that case against Christopher Schur. So now the Kent County prosecutor has to decide whether he wants to refile charges against Schur. A Midland County man charged with 1 felony count of threatening a U.S. official. MLive reports 40-year-old Zachary Brown of Coleman is accused of writing the threats on a form being used to submit a disability claim through the Social Security Administration's online portal. Several makes and models of Volvo vehicles being recalled over a problem with the operation of the rear camera when the vehicle shifted into reverse. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says that increases the risk of a crash, prompting the recall of over 400,000 Volvo vehicles. Tigers hauling out the heavy lumber yesterday. They swept the Colorado Rockies in a doubleheader, winning the opener 10-2 and the nightcap 11-1. Great Lakes Loons losing to the Dayton Dragons last night on the road 3-2. And to cap this one off, tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is going to be $100 million. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. I realize that's a little bit too low of an amount for you to try to win. You usually deal in the higher rent district here.
You don't watch movies, so you don't know what any of that meant.
Does it involve a leg lamp?
No, it didn't involve a leg lamp. And you're just sadly devoid of any knowledge of culture. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
How about after this frost that we've been dealing with this morning, getting plenty of sunshine today? Is there any movie out there called Plenty of Sunshine? Because if there is, I have not seen that either. High temperatures around 62. Light winds out of the north-northwest, shifting to the north at 5 to 10 later this morning. Clear skies tonight, but chilly again, down to about 40 degrees overnight. Sunshine for the most part again tomorrow, and about 68 for Mother's Day Sunday. Lots more sun and 70. It's 33 right now in Flint, and in Saginaw, 37.
Yeah, the thing I was doing that with the $100 million.
Yeah.
Dr. Evil from Austin Powers.
That's right. Okay.
That was the reference that I was making. Hal hasn't even seen Gone with the Wind, but why I expected him to pick up on that, I have no
That's
idea.
right.
Thank you, Hal. This is the Foxhole Morning Show with Marisol Wasso.
Flint's Classic Rock Authority.
103.9. And if you are stuck for something to do for Mother's Day, we've got the solution coming up next in 3 minutes on 103.9 The Fox.
Well, we've got our word of the day. Birthday girl has picked out devoid. Devoid as the word of the day. So learn how to spell, pronounce, and use in a sentence the word devoid. Okay? Eric's a night owl with insomnia. Stays up late, sleeps in late. Okay? That's what we had upstairs with our band guy. Okay? He was up. I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning every day, right? He's up banging around in the ceiling. He's dropping stuff. He's hammering on the wall, posters and crap, whatever he's doing, until about 4 o'clock. Then when it's time for me to come down here, that's when he goes to bed. And then he would get up at like noon, because that was the hours that he kept. Well, now I don't have to worry about that because they, again, as I said, moved away. But the big mystery right now is, did they take the cat with them? Well, him, because he moved to Lansing. She's still in town. Rapsuka is asking for Fireball cake. I'm telling you. Linda wants to know, Robsuka, when is your birthday, Robsuka? When is yours? All right, here we have, I'm telling you, every dog has his day, and mixed breed Lexa has her day. She is considered here a good little girl and a straight A student because she recently passed her canine good citizen test and is training to become a service dog. She was rescued from Jacksonville, Florida. She lives in Phoenix, Arizona, and I think lives next door to Hot Jim. This is Lexa. That's Lexa. Robsuka's birthday, we'll write this down, June 17th. June 17th. I don't know how they celebrate birthdays in Finland, but we'll give them a solid American-born one right here. That's Lexa. All right. All right. Let me see what I can do here. Hold on a second. We'll get to the... I want to make sure that when we get to the Friday Morning Primal Scream that we're able to tap into the studio to get that, so we'll do that. We've got the food fight to come up here, and I got breakfast to eat and get ready for the Scream. And boy, we're just always busy on Fridays. And this particular weekend, because of Mother's Day and all that thing, there's a lot of people in a lot of homes that are going to be busy. Let's see, here it is. We've got him in the studio. Hang in there.
It's Classic Rock 103.9 The Fox. Loving rock and roll with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts playing What's Not to Love, right? Hey, we've got Mom to love tomorrow.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, Sunday is
Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Listen, you should love Mom all weekend.
Yeah.
Make it a Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, says the mom.
Says the mom, exactly. Who's going out of town for the weekend.
Yeah.
I was surprised my youngest son was actually upset.
I was going to say, you let your kids off the hook and he got upset?
Yeah. He's the last, well, I mean, they always remember Mother's Day, but it's never like a huge big deal, so I told him we'd celebrate later.
You're giving yourself a Mother's Day gift.
Yeah, I am.
By getting away from the confusion
I-
going on, the nutsness of it.
So here's what I told Brandon. I'm like, I'm going to spend the weekend with your new stepfather.
Uh-oh.
No, it's a James Hetfield joke.
I know it. I know
yeah,
exactly
we all
what you're
joke,
referring to.
yes.
She has had a thing for James Hetfield. Rose is with us, by the way. You should mention that first.
Yes.
Rose is here from Flushing Farms. Hi, Rose. How are you doing?
How are you? I'm good.
If James Hetfield were here right now, she would be ignoring you. She's gone out to dinner with him. She has been a James Hetfield groupie from Metallica
No,
forever.
a fan, not a groupie.
You're a groupie.
No. All right.
What's the difference?
We'll talk off the air.
All right.
I'm not sure, but I think I know. Or maybe, you know what? Can we just give Rose her 15 minutes of being here?
I'm still curious about what your
We'll
difference
get back
between
to
a
that.
fan and a groupie is.
Rose has no patience for this
I think
foolishness.
it involves bowling, but I'm going to get back to that in a minute.
All right.
Rose is here with us. We've met Rose before. She brought a baby goat into us or a young goat into us one
One of
time.
the best days ever.
When we had her in here. She's from Flushing Farms. We have a long history with Flushing Farms. We love Flushing Farms. We go out there a lot, especially in the fall, because things are so crazy out there in the fall that we got to be a part of it. And what they're doing this year, again, and they've been doing this forever, but we're giving you a chance to know a little bit more about it. They're all about Mom, and tomorrow they're actually going to set up over at the Flushing Farmers Market, right, Rose?
Yes, tomorrow 9 to 2.
And what are you going to be doing over there?
We're going to be selling donuts. We've got 3 flavors. We've got some plants, bubbles, and of course hanging baskets for Mom.
All right, yeah, those hanging baskets, that's what a lot of people like to get around this time of the year anyway, and Mom loves them, so it's a no-brainer to get them. And you've got them priced at what?
$22.
Which is a really great price.
Yeah, they are beautiful baskets. I don't know how you're doing it for $22, but well done.
Yeah, and they make their own donuts over there at Flushing Farms. So if you've never been, we've eaten those donuts many
the
times.
donuts.
And they're going to have those on hand as well for sale at the Farmers Market tomorrow. And it's all day Saturday, right? What are the hours over there?
9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
All right, so 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. You can stop over there at Riverview Park in Flushing, which is where the Flushing Farmers Market is located, and grab a fresh, beautiful hanging basket of flowers, $22. Put a smile on Mom's face, and with help from Flushing Farms, you also have those donuts that they'll have on sale there as well. How much we selling the donuts for?
14 a dozen, 8 a half dozen, and $1.50 per single donut.
Oh, that's beautiful. Those are great prices too. So
Yeah, breakfast in bed, few donuts on a tray with some coffee for Mom.
Yeah.
Keep the kitchen clean.
And I imagine that you have a wide variety of what those hanging baskets have in them, right?
Oh yeah, I had to walk through a maze of them to pick the 4 I brought today.
All right, so we have 4 of them here in the studio, and we're going to give, 2 of these away?
I think we are going to give away
I
2.
think the boss is taking the other 2, I think, or something like that. I don't know. We're going to hang them in the studio. I'm not sure what's going on with those, but we've got 2 to give away, and we will give those away to the 8th and 9th callers.
All right.
At 810-230-9777, caller number 8 and caller number 9 gets a hanging basket and off the hook for Mother's Day. You'll put the hanging basket on a hook, of course, but you're off the hook for Mother's Day. Rose, anything else? What's going on at Flushing Farms this year?
Yeah, I was gonna say if buying flowers in a basket isn't your type of gift for Mom, you can always get her a flower subscription. Those are going on for $150 for our season. For the beginning part of the season until fall when we open every day, there's 6 available days to come and pick. You can come all 6 of those days, 1, 2, however many you want, just once a day. And then when we open up full time, you can still come in any of those days and pick your pick your jar.
In that flower plot
In
that you
our
have there.
flower field, yeah.
They have this field of unbelievable flowers. Every year we go out there, we grab a bunch of them, throw them in a thing, and take them home. They're just beautiful. You pick them yourself, cut them fresh right out of the ground, and take them home. And they're just it's flowers like you haven't seen before in some cases.
Yeah.
There's some very different ones there, and some that are already very popular among our listeners. So you can pick in any assortment of flowers, as many as you can pick and throw into what? I forgot what it is.
It's our quart-sized wide mouth jars, as many as you can fit.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool deal. And how much is a subscription for the summer for that?
$150, and it goes past the summer into the fall as well, until flowers are done for the year.
Until frost hits.
So you
pretty
can always
bad,
have you can always have fresh flowers.
Yeah.
All summer for that. How much again?
Only $150.
Wow, that's
You can
incredible.
pick up to 6, 7 a week.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
that is amazing.
Flushing Farms is what you're looking for on the internet. And they'll tell you all about it when you give them a call and how you can sign up for that. But stop out at Flushing Farmers Market at Riverview Park tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they'll have fresh and beautiful hanging baskets of flowers right there. And you can talk to them about the subscription and everything else. And it's all starting at $22. Put a smile on Mom's face for Mother's Day. Rose, thank you.
Hey, before we go, Rose, for people wanting to see what you're about this spring and summer into the fall, do you guys have a website?
We have our website as well as our Facebook page.
Okay.
Both at Flushing Farms.
Yeah.
All right, flushingfarms.com?
Yes.
Perfect.
You got it. It's 8:11.
It's Classic Rock 103.9.
Okay. All right, we'll get to the traffic, and then because we got one weird thing going on out there, and then we'll have a number of tweets, treasure trove of tweets. We have a pile of posts from the social media world regarding food, and we'll get to that in just moments. We have a connection to the studio, so we're good there. Put my shoes back on here. I'm working on a pair of shoes that have had, I didn't expect much out of these shoes, but these soles have been held up really, really well. Usually by now, I have made a hole in at least one of the soles of one of my shoes, but they're just rocking. They're not even dress shoes. They're just like $20 Walmart shops. Pretty cool. Okay, this is the trove is a bankable word. Says birthday girl says, right, but you know, how many bankable words? We've got so many bankable words that still have never been used. We are way behind in the comments, says Tina. Are we? Is it that much of a delay in the broadcast from what I'm giving you to what you're getting? I don't know when that started, because it seemed like everybody was like right up to date. You sure it isn't just you? Because we've had that before where everybody else kind of had them. And it takes a while to get them to New Jersey. I'm not sure why.
Come check out the Hustler Spring Sales Event at Flint, New Holland on Bristol Road between North Highway and Center Road today. Offer valid 4/1/25 through 5/31/25. Restrictions apply. See dealer for complete details.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Dutch Boys Durafighter is a premium interior paint and primer in one with a top lasting formula. It provides great scrub.
Okay, Linda is asking Thelma or Tina to go out and come back in. She'll learn that. She'll get the message by 9, and then we'll do that.
Project today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week. Save big money at Menards. Jacobson's Mountain Inn, where everyone knows we have something for you.
Hey, we got an ad where somebody is talking about a place where everyone knows your name, but it's not the Hal Hole Saloon. I noticed that we started carrying that just recently.
Starting May 5th, a cornhole league. Tuesday, it's our car show, 6 to 9 p.m. Wednesday, we have an open mic with Jeff and Niles, 6 to 9 p.m. Thursday, it's drum.
Okay, now see, now Tina's even getting on the bandwagon. She says, "I'll see it tomorrow because we're so behind." Evidently, yeah. I guess, I don't know. Some people seem to be getting it right away, and I don't know. Maybe yours the problem. I don't know.
There's drink specials and a happy hour, 2 to 5, Monday through
I want to get an update on the bananas because Tina Jr. apparently is having bad luck getting bananas that stay ripe for more than a minute. But I got this one, and it's going to be breakfast as soon as I get done with traffic. Whoops. As soon as I get done with traffic here.
78 Dorn Highway in Mount Morris. Give them a
Okay, Rob Suka thinks the comments are banned or behind. Lucky you, if you were on eastbound 69, there was a chain out there in the middle of the middle lane, the center and Dort Highway, and that between. But that's been picked up, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. It looks like everything else is moving well. No crashes, no unusual delays at the moment. For updated vehicle city traffic info, though, you can check it out at classicfox.com/traffic. And if you spot a problem or an item in the road, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That's 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
103.9 The Fox. Who's on my phone?
Oh my goodness, this is Kim.
Jim, how are ya?
I'm good. You are caller number 8 and one of our winners of one of these hanging baskets from Flushing Farms.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And happy Mother's Day. Hold the line and we'll get right back to you. 103.9 The Fox. Who's on my phone?
Rob,
Rob? What's your last name?
Patek.
Mrs. Rob is going to be getting something nice because you are caller number 9.
Nicely done, Rob.
Thank you very much. You got yourself a hanging basket from Flushing Farms. Hold the line. We'll get right with you. Congratulations and happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Okay, well, while they're doing the music again, let's get into what I have here. We're going to start with Tarek Souday. Tarek Souday says to us, mushrooms are terrible. Their texture makes me gag, not to mention they smell when they're cooking. They have a bite to them and are yet kind of slimy at the same time. Hard pass, no thanks. Mushrooms are terrible. The texture makes me gag, not to mention the smell when they're cooking. They have a bite to them and yet are kind of slimy at the same time. Hard pass, no thanks. Linda says mushrooms are the bomb. In fact, she's baking a mushroom cake for her birthday today. Ohio Kim likes them. So there, Tarek. See, the comments are fine. Okay? You guys are getting them right away. Nope from Linda. Okay? On the mushrooms. Right? You guys seem to be getting the comments fine. Okay, Tina says cream of mushroom soup. So you're getting those comments. So you apparently have caught up to us now. Cream of mushroom soup, which honestly doesn't sound all that appetizing. Oh, Telma Fixtures. Okay. Telma Fixtures. Okay. Well, then you can hear this one and be right up to date when I say that TJ Willis says sushi is effing nasty. Fish should be cooked. Dale loves mushrooms. Sushi is effing nasty. Fish should be cooked. Never had it, I don't know. Rob Suka's a no. On what? Sushi or mushrooms? Linda, not a sushi fan. Not baking a sushi cake for the birthday thing. Tina likes sushi rolls. Sushi rolls. What? Tam can't stand it. Ohio Kim cannot stand sushi. How do you prepare sushi for sushi rolls? I mean, what else is in a sushi roll? Dale doesn't like sushi, you wouldn't know. Seems to me like sushi's kind of like golf. It's one of those things where if you try it, you either love it or hate it. I have never seen or heard of anybody who has a middle ground on sushi. It's all rolled. Not all sushi is raw fish. See, I'm thinking, Tina, that that's all it is raw fish. Really? So it's not all rolled fish. Raw fish. I mean, that's what I got because I've not had it, and I don't know of anybody who eats it. Nobody's eaten it in front of me ever. So, I don't know. Okay, Tina says it's crab meat, rice, cream cheese, and that's the roll. Crab meat, rice, and cream cheese. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right.
It's Classic Rock, 103.9 The Fox, finally cool there. Dr. Feel Good. 8:20 here live in the foxhole.
Did I get your email? I don't recall getting one, no. Not recently, anyway. I got one some weeks ago from you, but not recently.
Voice for the scream.
Friday morning.
I was just taking Johnny through the lineup at the Sonic Temple Music Festival.
Yeah. I haven't heard of half the bands. Maybe more than half. But you've got, it's also kind of a throwback concert for a lot of people.
Yeah, and they pull from so many different places.
You're going to have juggalos down there?
They just added Insane Clown Posse.
Oh my gosh.
I am insanely excited for this.
Are you really?
I am.
Those guys scare me.
I'll stand at the back.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
They're a scary group of people, man. All right, so anyway, you're going to have some fun this weekend. For those of you who don't know, Steph is taking off right after the show, and she's going down to the Sonic, what's it called again?
Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival.
In Columbus, which
Yes.
is a 3 or 4 day. It started yesterday, I guess.
It used to be a 2-day festival. Now it's a 4-day festival.
Runs through Sunday, right?
And it's sold out. They packed Crew Stadium. It will be full.
So by the time you get there, taking the stage will be Alice Cooper.
Hopefully, yes.
And when does Metallica come on?
Not until 8:45-ish.
Tonight?
Yes.
So you get those, but they're doing 2 concerts, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing what they call a no-repeat weekend.
Well, they've done that at a lot of their
Yeah, they have,
venues.
yes.
They do this where they play 2 different nights, which is a great way to get ticket money out of your same fan twice.
I know.
But they do it very well, and I'm told that these are amazing concerts.
Yeah, they are. In fact, when they put tickets on sale, when they announced the whole 2-year tour thing, they had for sale what they called the black ticket.
Right.
And I can't remember the price. It was ungodly expensive. But it allows you to go to any Metallica concert, no matter the city, for the duration of this tour.
No kidding.
And people bought them, and they're doing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's kind of like the old Grateful Dead days when they
Very
followed
much
the dead
so.
around. Yeah.
I will hear accents and languages from all over the world.
It's amazing. All righty, it's 8:22 right now, 22 minutes past top of the hour. Let's get ready. We've got the Friday morning Primal Scream coming up. A lot of people probably scream. Parents are screaming right now because this is another prom weekend, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And you probably have prom monsters in your house. And those prom monsters are especially the ladies.
You know what? I miss those days.
Do you miss that?
I loved watching Emmy dress up.
Well, I think that for parents it's a cool.
Yeah.
I think it can be kind of stressful for some of the kids, but that's that's the whole game of being a teenager. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be, I'm sure, going on all over the place this weekend. We got good weather for it, so you're going to see a lot of those outdoor pictures being shot in the local gardens in your area, or wherever pictures are taken in your area, bridges, flowers, wherever. Are you searching for something that we need?
No, just something that I need.
All right.
Sorry.
We are getting ready for the Friday morning Primal Scream. And if you've got something to scream about, something that's driving you crazy, something that's making you nuts, something that's stressing you out, and you want to get it off your chest, 810-230-9777.
The Foxhole Morning Show with Johnny Burke and Steph Barber. Flint's 103.9 The Fox.
Okay, we got to start food fighting earlier or something. We're only getting 2 or 3 to fight over. Well, I got a few more. We still got time to go. It's 8:23 now. We don't scream for another, as far as I know, 10 minutes, unless he's way off on his timing. I don't think so. I don't think we got some time to do here. Tina's saying this kind of like Locke's smoked salmon. Okay, let me give you Shea Booker. Shea Booker's comment is, guacamole is disgusting. Guacamole is disgusting. And Linda's never tried smoked salmon either. Guacamole is disgusting. Now, Linda thinks it's great. Kimberly also says it's great. Chris loves it. Guacamole. I'm sorry, that's the one. What is it? Is it Chipotle that I see? I think there's a commercial for Chipotle that this chick is putting together this humongous dish with meats and some other, whatever the ingredients are. This looks like 4 or 5 different ingredients. Piles them up really, really nice in this dish. And it looks so good, so appetizing. And then puts all of this guacamole on the top. I'm like, man, it's just, you ruined it. Oh, man, that looked good until you put that crap on it. Looks like it came off of Nickelodeon. Jeez. One of those, what do they call it, slime things. I'm going to just, I don't think he's going to do the traffic yet, but just in the event that he does, because one never knows. I didn't come to rehearsal last night, so I don't know what the hell they're doing.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? They have to be out there somewhere, right?
All right, so far we're doing fine on the roads. If we're called on, we're fine. We have nothing going on. I still think we're getting another song, though. Okay, now here's Jason. Jason has joined us from Parts Unknown. Welcome to our set of things to do on Friday before Mother's Day includes the Friday morning Primal Scream. So you're here just in time for that if you are going to be going anywhere today, Jason.
But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Are you a people person? Do you like to build relationships? Want to be part of a winning team? 103.9 The Fox is currently seeking a full-time sales executive to join our team of local professionals. A positive attitude, self-motivation, and a good work ethic are a must. Full benefits package with unlimited income potential.
Has it gotten any warmer out there? That's the next question I have.
Or email bbailey@classicfox.com.
Yeah, it has. It's all the way up to 39 right now. Nope, see, they're doing another song.
103.9 The Fox.
I thought there would be one more song before we got done, but one never knows. One never knows. Move on to Eric Mentzer's comment here, who says hummus, all kinds, is terrible. That's right, people person. That's what they want, people persons. Hummus, all kinds, is terrible. Have I ever had it? Have I ever had hummus, or are we going back another comment or two? Because I think you've caught up to us, Tina. I don't think we're that far behind. No Ozzy Osbourne today, Rob Suka says. That's, no, not now. We don't have any Ozzy Osbourne at the moment. Might have some later. I don't know. Guacamole, asks Rob Suka. Linda, again, no. Red pepper hummus is so yum. Red pepper hummus. Oh, it comes in different flavors? Ohio Kim's never had it. Well, here's the question. Then I'll tell you what. I've never had guacamole, and I've never had hummus. Neither one look appetizing to me because you don't chew them. That's one of the things that's a basis behind the stuff on stuff. I'm a big fan of chewing my food. I'm not a big fan of having it just kind of slide in and out kind of thing. Let's move on to Julia, who says dry turkey is delicious. Now, see, now we're talking, okay? Dry turkey is delicious. All right? Linda's saying it's not my consistency. That's true. Believe me, if there's anything that I'm not, it's consistent. Nothing. Okay. Dry turkey is delicious. Now, I like the dark meat better than the white, but both are perfectly acceptable. Dry turkey. Absolutely. Dry turkey is delicious. Let me give you John, who says, and I unfortunately have already eaten my banana, but John says ketchup and bananas. Ketchup and bananas. Ever try that? John says, that's it. Ketchup and bananas. Oh, the consistency of hummus. Yeah. It's kind of like, the whole cottage cheese thing. I've never had that, but I don't want to eat anything that has the word curd as part of its description. Ketchup and bananas. Linda's a no on that. Eric thinks it sounds terrible. Ketchup and bananas. Yeah, that's what it is. Ketchup and bananas. All right, WHBQ is here ready to scream. Maybe you don't see it because he's over on Twitch. Memphis, Tennessee. Morning HBQ. Rob Suka's a nope on that one. You never had that in Finland? Ketchup and bananas? Take a banana and dip it in the ketchup? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it, Linda. That's it. I never even thought of it that way. It just has that same pronunciation direction. I don't know. Anyway, here's John. Again. They're both yummy, Tina says. Never in Finland, Rob Suka.
I shot the sheriff. It's 8:31, coming up at 8:32, and we're coming up on the Friday morning primal scream. Got lots of things to scream about. If there's something on your mind that you want to scream about, you can always dedicate the Friday morning primal scream by calling us at 810-230-9777 and tell us your story. Don't forget, we signed up our first $1,000 Thursday qualifier for next week's drawing at 7:20 this morning, as we always do 4 times every weekday, 7:20 being the first opportunity each day. You're still going to have 3 more today, 11:20, 2:20, and 5:20 as the day goes on here on 103.9 The Fox. And then, of course, we take a break from the weekend, and back here on Monday morning, we start it all up again at 7:20. And next Thursday, week number 7 of a drawing among 16 people, 16 finalists. Someone is going to get $1,000 to spend for the weekend.
Somebody right here in mid-Michigan.
It's the Spring of Kaching, and these are $1,000 Thursdays from 103.9 The Fox. It's 8:33. The Friday morning primal scream is next from Kerwood Castle.
See, there you go. That's coming up. All right. So we are finally caught up with things. All right, let me give you 2 more, and then we're done for this week. 2 more. All right. And do not put cottage cheese in my lasagna. Use ricotta, please, says Linda. Okay. First off, Jill McWill. Interestingly, we were talking about cottage cheese. Jill McWill says cottage cheese and salsa is a great salad dressing. Cottage cheese and salsa is a great salad dressing, says Jill McWill. And one more. This is the last one. Comes from Nerdan Erdem. Mac and cheese needs to be with no cheese. Yes! 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 Mac and cheese needs to be with no cheese. Yes. 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 Time for the scream.
Why aren't you? Fly from Flint Bishop and enjoy daily nonstop service on American, United, and Allegiant, connecting you to the world. Low fares and affordable parking make FNT an amazing value. Book your next adventure at bishopairport.org.
Hey rockers, it's Randy with Dal Air Heating and Cooling. It's springtime in Michigan. Flowers are blooming, birds are chirping, and your home's air quality might be making you miserable. This May, Dal Air Heating and Cooling is helping you breathe easier and save big with our exclusive Breathe Easy bundle. Now,
Eric agrees to that.
Bigger discount through foxbigdeals.com. Our comprehensive bundle includes a complete home duct cleaning to remove hidden dust, dirt, and allergens, a powerful HEPA air filtration system to trap particles,
5 cheese
pollen and dust mites, and
mac and
a
cheese.
UV air purifier that eliminates
5
bacteria,
cheese
viruses,
mac and cheese.
even
Oh,
household
cheese.
odors. And while you're preparing your home for cleaner air, why not schedule your seasonal AC tune-up? Let our expert technicians ensure your air conditioner is ready to handle Michigan's heat and humidity efficiently all summer long. Visit foxbigdeals.com today or give us a call at 810-379-0322. Dal Air Heating and Cooling, because everyone deserves a safe, healthy, and comfortable home.
Mount Crushmore Concrete is Flint's premier crushing yard. Bring your old broken concrete to their crush yard, or they can remove the old concrete for you. Mount Crushmore is the industry leader and has the highest quality products available. Call today at 810-424-1000. That's 810-424-1000.
Having sore feet at the end of a
I guess we're still waiting for commercials to be done.
of a bad day all around. Get your feet into the right kind of boots or shoes from the fine folks at Red
Ready
Wing
for the
Shoes.
weekend.
Where your work is their work. Red Wing boots make happy feet. Problem solved.
We got somebody who's on the Good Morning America surprise segment where some mom has been. There's a huge, apparently with her daughter, a huge group of people that are saying Happy Mother's Day to this lady, and they're going to give her a chance to be in bed, I guess, or a breakfast in bed, or whatever they're doing with her.
Trimmers and blowers to ATVs, side-by-sides, tractors, and snowmobiles. Everything under one roof for the best retail experience. Shop trusted brands like Gravely, Cub Cadet, Polaris, CF Moto, Can-Am, Kubota, and many more. Right now, get 0% financing up to 48 months on new lawnmower. Visit ballequipment.com to start shopping today. Open 6 days, Monday through Saturday. Let the big box store sell you a ladder. We will sell you a mower.
Winter, summer, spring or fall, Ball Equipment has it all.
The attorneys at ADAM, the American Divorce Association for Men, are dedicated to representing men in divorce. They win cases and deliver justice.
I got a feeling that this woman is a teacher or something somewhere, because it looks like they're doing this in a school, and a lot of her kids or students are wishing her Happy Mother's Day and all that kind of thing. Just ahead of the Friday morning Primal Scream, we are looking at a pretty good situation out on the roads right now. The traffic cam showing no issues, no crashes or any unusual delays on the freeways or the surface streets at the moment. But throughout the day, for updated vehicle city traffic info, remember you can check out plasticfox.com/traffic. You spot a problem? Tell us. 810-230-WRSR, that number. That is 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox. I guess that means it's time for us to go down there.
There are some people screaming in Pittsburgh, man.
Why?
There's video on the internet this morning that shows a baseball stadium fight. Started with an exchange exchange of words between punches. And, of course, eventually those punches were flying all over the place. And a fan at the Pittsburgh Pirates game apparently spat on a stadium employee in the process.
Uh-oh.
And that led that guy to take his belt off and start using it to hit everybody.
No, with the belt?
Chasing around the parking lot, hitting everybody with his belt.
Oh, my.
Wanna do the dishes? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna go to church? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna buy insurance? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna make the bed? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna get married? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna eat sushi? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna go to Illinois? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna do a shot with me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think my father must have been his trainer.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Yeah. Apparently, the head of the union over there said that it started with two fans giving a female concession worker a hard time. And so this other guy came over to tell him not to do it. The altercation started, and then he took the belt out and started hitting everybody with a belt.
Probably well-deserved, though.
Probably. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
All of you, Mom.
Aww.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Adore.
Adore who?
Adore you, Mommy.
Oh, my
Knock,
goodness.
knock.
Who's there?
Llama.
Llama who?
Llama, llama, I love my mama.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't want to do it.
Is this the funny part of the show?
What'd the mommy spider say to the baby spider?
I have no idea.
Spend way too much time on that.
Oh, no, you did it.
Yes, it's Mother's Day weekend, and you will be screaming if you don't get Mom a gift today.
Yeah, because you don't want Mom screaming at you.
At the very least, the gas station rose. Get something.
Something.
Make sure you get something.
Spruce it up with a hot dog combo meal or something. I don't know.
And if Cindy Crawford's your mama, I'll see you this weekend. No matter where you are, what you're doing, let's do it together. You ready?
I am.
All of us screaming on three. Think about whatever's stressing you out. Get rid of it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
So why not give the gift that will have her saying, "Where did I go wrong?"
It's an exciting day for Catholics and for America. We have a new pope. And against all odds, he is one of us, an American pope. The Pope-mobile is now a Ford F-250 with truck nuts.
He tells American because he stepped out on the Vatican balcony and said, "New Pope, who dis?" And I go, people are excited about the Pope being from Chicago. Because it means, yeah, I love that. It means we're one step closer to deep dish communion wafers. I just got married. Yeah. My mother's very excited. My wife and I, she wants us to have kids right away. And she's like trying to play it off like it's not because she wants grandkids. You know, she's like, "No, I
Go on, grandkids. No, I just want you to continue the family name. I want you to put our name out there for generations to come, so people know it. I'm like, okay, our last name is Garcia. We live in Los Angeles, California. I don't work for the census, but we got it covered, Mommy. I looked it up, and Garcia is the 5th most common last name in the world. In the whole world, I Googled it. The first 4 are Lee, Chang, Wang, and Wong. Isn't that amazing? Garcia's on a Chinese level. We're coming for you, Wong. One Wong move. See ya, I mean Garcia.
106.9 The Fox. It's classic rock.
Well, now, thank you very much for your attendance and your attention here on a Friday morning as we're getting ready for the big weekend. Once again, a final happy birthday to Linda. Enjoy the heck out of your day today. All of those of you who are going to be celebrating or observing Mother's Day, either on the receiving or the giving end, have yourself a great rest of your day and weekend. Hopefully Mother's Day is just terrific, maybe the best ever for you. And was there anything else that I wanted to address before we got done? I thought there might have been something, but perhaps not. Oh, congratulations to Sheila, who was our winner, our first winner on our weigh-in on Friday's contest here. She's the first qualifier of the 5 that we'll have for the drawing, and then next Friday we'll do another weigh-in, try to get down from 217.8. Hopefully we'll be successful. Anyway, have yourself a pleasant, peaceful, productive rest of your day and weekend. Come on back here again for our simul streaming on Monday on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitch. We'll be here in the Hal Hole with your friends, the Hal Raisers, after you've had a great one. Okay?